Hip-hop sales past the Courvoisier and count the cash. Pass the Courvoisier. Everybody singing now. Pass the Courvoisier. So goes a refrain of the popular song Pass the Courvoisier Part 2 by Busta Rhymes featuring Sean Combs, who is known these days as P. Diddy. It became a party anthem de jour, but after the song improves the sales of cognac, it became something more, a symbol of the economic power of hip-hop. Pass the Courvoisier Part 2 helped increase the sales of the liquor by 4.5% in the first quarter of this year and into the double digits in recent months, said Jack Sear, a spokesperson for Allied Unique Wines and Spirits and American Arms of the British drinks company that owns Courvoisier. The influence of the song has kicked off the move by hip-hop artists to cash in on the free advertising in their music by rhyming about their own products and not just products like Prada, Gucci, Burberry, Belvedere Vodka, Elysian Hennessy, Cognac, and Cristal Champagne. Leading the pack is Rockefeller Records, the major hip-hop label that owns the clothing line Rockefeller and the film company Rocker Films. Rockefeller, whose parent company is Island Def Jam Records, recently bought Armadale vodka from a Scottish company. Rappers on the Rockefeller label, including Jay-Z and Cameron, are now busily writing rhymes to the phonetically challenged vodka. See white people using black celebrities in order to build wealth off the backs of our community. And you can see Jay-Z and Dame Dash is doing the same. However, that gives them they have more credibility being the people directly of their community, and they can say and claim black ownership on a true basis. So what the Europeans decided to do was they need to separate Dame Dash and Jay-Z, so they work collectively across industries to bring Dame Dash down and to elevate Jay-Z to a higher status and use him as a means to continue to build their product. Jay-Z is a fucking sellout, man. Unprecedented move. Rockefeller Records owner consisting of Jay-Z, Kareem Biggs, Burks, and Dame Dash has purchased Armadale Vodka. Armadale Vodka is 80 proof liquor that has only been available in Scotland. Until this point, Rockefeller has always respected quality vodka such as Belvedere and Grey Goose, just like we do with all our businesses. We wanted to present a vodka that represented the best, and we feel Armadale is of elite quality, says co-owner Dame Dash in a statement to AH.com. After a serious marketing by Rockefeller, Armadale Vodka will possibly begin expansion over the United States. Pre-marketing for the product will make it available to Los Angeles, Miami, and New York. You can see how Dame Dash and Jay-Z entrepreneur partnership was being used in order to use the celebrity status built by the label to drink giant Diageo's ends broken relationship with Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of refusing to honor his commitment. Rapper mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been dumped by longtime business partner Diageo's, with the drinking giant accusing him of using threats and acting in bad faith to get his own way. Said he was acting like a spoiled brat. Diageo's North American first said it was breaking off its business relationship with Combs on Tuesday, weeks after the musician filed a lawsuit alleging the firm had racially discriminated against and neglected his vodka and tequila brand. In 2014, Combs and Diageo's entered a joint venture to buy high-end tequila brand DeLeon with each party owning 50% of the ultra-premium drink. Some varieties of Diageo can cost in excess of $1,000 per bottle. Combs' working relationship with Diageo's had begun 7 years prior when the rapper helped the company promote its Ciroc vodka brand. By the time the two parties entered into the joint venture, Combs had reportedly helped lift Ciroc from 40-fold. In a statement emailed to Fortune on Wednesday, so you see what happened was Dame Dash's business acronym built Jay-Z up as an artist, and they was leveraging that artistry and celebrity status as a means to build their own brands. While this goes direct contrast to white supremacy, who was using black entertainers as a means to market and sell their goods. So on the other end of the spectrum, you have white people who is using artists like Busta Rhymes and P. Diddy in order to enrich themselves, their companies, and wealth for their people. Of course, you in the system of white supremacy, that would make Dame Dash and his strategy a threat to them. A Diageo spokesman said the company had chosen to part ways with Combs for several reasons, including that he had repeatedly undermined our partnership and threatened to publicly defame Diageo's if we did not meet his unreasonable financial demands. We also saddened that Mr. Combs has chosen to recast a business dispute as anything other than that and chosen to damage a productive and valued partnerships. The firm representative said Mr. Combs' bad faith action has clearly breached his contract and left us no choice but to move to dismiss his baseless complaints and end our business relationships. They added that the following Combs lawsuit against Diageo's company sees no other path forward. We have exhausted every reasonable remedy, they said. The company insists that it believes strongly in the Ciroc and Diageo brand and added that it had tried for years to salvage the broken relationship with Mr. Combs. We found the purchase of Diageo's for the joint venture had proceeded to invest more than $100 million to grow the brand, Diageo spokesman said. The spokesman also claimed that Combs has made nearly $1 billion over the course of the 15-year relationship, but contributed just $1,000 to venture, refusing to honor any further commitment. Combs' attorney John C. Hughes said in an email statement, over the years, he has repeatedly raised concerns as senior executives utterly racially insensitive comments and made biased decisions based on the points of views. Houston said Diageo even acknowledged the problem about agreeing in his contract to treat Diageo the same way it treated their other tequila brands, but he brought the lawsuit to force them to live up to that contract, and instead they respond by trying to get rid of him. Meanwhile, Chief Park, president of Combs Global, the company that oversees Combs' business portfolio, said Combs will always fight to be treated fairly. It's absurd for Diageo to suggest that a black person should be quiet and accept racism and discrimination because they earned a lot of money, Brooks said in a statement. Sean Combs is a spirit pioneer who has accomplished historic success with Ciroc. His legal action against Ciroc, Combs accused the firm, which owns a slew of brands including Johnnie Walker, Genuine, and Smirnoff, of being unwilling to treat its black partners equally. Rather than equal treatment, Diageo has threatened Mr. Combs and his brand worse than others because he is black. Combs' lawyers said in the legal filing earlier this month, Diageo has typecast Ciroc, and Diageo apparently decided they are black brands that should be targeted only to urban consumers. They added that Combs planned to seek billions of dollars in damages due to D'Angelo's negligence braces in a separate lawsuit. Combs became hip-hop third billionaire thanks to, in part, to his D'Angelo's. Sean Combs forgot his place in white supremacy. Sean Combs expected white people to support his endeavor in him gaining wealth out of the white community by putting Ciroc in upscale locations where white people frequent at, and they had other things in mind, such as continue to put other white brands in that space, such as George Clooney tequila. But this is the consequences when you decide to take wealth over power. This is the consequences when you decide to put the cart before the horse. When you decide that you want to skip straight to the top of the line and be this super liquor ambassador rather than actually build your own company from the ground up and create your own distribution so that you can have true ownership, you would rather subjugate yourself to white people's disrespect. That is the purpose of what they did by dividing Dame Dash from Jay-Z, is because they understood that they can use the entertainment celebrity status of Jay-Z as a means to continue to build their wealth as they had been doing with other celebrities all this time. And Dame Dash comes to stand in between that. After Jay-Z had first dropped Armadale on All I Need off the Blueprint in September 2001, in July 2002, it was revealed that a multi-million strategic relationship to market and promote deal between Rockefeller Records and Sprint Scottish distiller William Grant and Sons had resulted in the rock investment in the super premium vodka and holding the exclusive rights of distribution for North America. A press release at the time stated that Rockefeller has always respected quality vodka such as Belvedere and Grey Goose. See, they wasn't the manufacturer of the liquor, but they cut a deal so they would have exclusive rights to distribute the liquor in America. Difference. Sean Diddy Combs did not own equity in Ciroc like Rockefeller did years prior to Sean Combs doing his deal. So the split of Rockefeller set blacks in the entertainment industry back on their projective as far as ownership. This is why white supremacists use the divide and conquer method to separate Jay-Z and Dame Dash. This shit is just bigger than them. Y'all got to look at the whole picture. Sean Diddy Combs not having equity in Ciroc, I don't have any regrets because the journey was the most important. Sean Diddy Combs' history with Diageo's could be a sign that even at the top of the mountain, there remains barriers to overcome as a black in. In 2007, Diddy and Diageo formed a partnership with the goal of increasing Ciroc exposure and boosting their sales. At the time, the agreement included a 50-50 split with the company per today. Now, however, the conglomerate maintained 100% ownership. At the time, Diddy was looking for a foray into the spirit industry, as his ultimate dream was one day owning a tequila brand. First of all, corporate America is made and built for white men, Diddy said during Invest Fest 2023. So when you are going into corporate America, usually your entryway is to help them with their diversity problem. So he's telling you the way that he got in was he was a tool. He know he was going to be a tool used to sell liquor to the black community, regardless of the repercussions that it causes within our community. You have to understand, because Jay-Z was not the businessman and he was the entertainer, the celebrity, these Europeans understood that they can get over on Jay-Z. And because Dame Dash was the business person and he was tracking the money, understanding the business of what he was doing, they knew that they could not manipulate Dame Dash the way that they could Jay-Z. Jay-Z is propped up. He is placed in a position to look like a success in order for you all not to see how Europeans are using him as a pawn. Jay-Z suing business partner Bacardi over financial clarity regarding his cognac brand. The 50-year-old mogul has filed a lawsuit against the major spirit company as he wants to know how much his alcohol line is making, as they are 50-50 partners. See, Jay-Z is not a businessman, so they understand that he don't track these things. He's not paying attention to the cost of purchasing products and the materials that are going to purchase it, and how much should be produced off of them raw materials being purchased. He should know these things. He should know the production output of his company. Not knowing where the bottles are in his company is a star and a clear indicator that Jay-Z is not tracking his business, and they know he's not on his business. You have to understand, when you're dealing with a liquor company, when you purchase cognacs and things of that nature that he makes, it is valued by how it is aged. So some of the bottles that they manufacture, they're not selling directly, they're packaging them, and so that they can age in certain type of wood barrels and things of that nature, so that they will be worth more money years later. And every so many years, they will release a 3-year, 6-year, 9-year batch, aged to this much time, and generate and have a additional price on those barrels. Jay-Z is not that businessman. That's what you have to understand. Dame Dash was the businessman. They only told Jay-Z, or only would use Jay-Z as the image of the businessman. And Jay-Z understood that Dame was handling the business, and he wanted to be perceived and take on the marketing perception of the businessman. He had to sacrifice Dame Dash.